Exploring with Ryan Given. Go, exploring with Ryan Given. For every challenge they will soar. Exploring with Ryan Given. Go, exploring with Ryan Given. Family strong forevermore. Oh! Ryan leads on the hunt for creatures with all his might.
The birthplace of the Appalachian Bigfoot. The first Bigfoot to emerge from the Mammoth Cave. 6.5 to 7.5 foot tall, 400 or 500 pounds, jet black fur, glowing green eyes. And he's completely nocturnal.
Here in Kentucky, people are hearing something out in the woods they can't explain. They say it's a whistling noise.
Mammoth Caves in central Kentucky. From this ridge line to that ridge line that you can hear him. Every Bigfoot in the Appalachian region originated in these Mammoth Caves in central Kentucky. The high grass man, the Yahoo in central West Virginia, and the Midnight Whistler is the key to all of it.
Hey guys, I just want to come here and talk about the short video that you watched. It's not about hunting Bigfoot or going after midnight whistle. Just Mammoth Cave is mystery, you know. Mammoth Cave is where all Bigfoot started at, and Midnight Whistle was the first Bigfoot who came out. I know you see Mountain Monsters, right? In season 3, episode 1, they talked about Midnight Whistle was the first Bigfoot that came out. Then every Bigfoot started coming out. Sorry, there's something in my nose. This series is about me and my mama going to Mammoth Cave, like having fun, going inside the cave, hiking, you know, stuff like that. Maybe tell stories, I don't know. I don't know if we are going today or tomorrow. Sometime this week. I think that's it. I just want to take a video and say a couple things about Mammoth Cave and things like that. I guess I will see you guys on the road.
The legend of Bigfoot. I'm gonna find. In the dark where the shadows play, Mammoth Cave whispers come explore today. Stalactites hanging, the echoes call. In this ancient wonder we'll discover it all. Exploring the cave, legends come alive with stories of Bigfoot and the thrill to survive. Through tunnels and chambers we'll wander and roam. In the heart of the cave we'll find our way home. footsteps behind us, is it just the breeze? Or maybe a legend hiding among the trees? With every twist and turn, the mystery grows in the depths of the cave. Anything goes. Exploring the cave, legends come alive with stories of Bigfoot and the thrill to survive. Through tunnels and chambers we'll wander and roam. In the heart of the cave we'll find a way home. In the depths of the cave where the shadows play, Mammoth's calling us, let's go explore today. Whispers of legends in the cool damp air. Bigfoot might be lurking, but we don't have a care. Exploring Mammoth Cave where the stories unfold, with echoes of Bigfoot and the thrill to survive. Through the winding passages we'll make our way. In the heart of the cave we'll treasure the day. Skies above, but we're deep below. With every step we take, the excitement will grow. So grab your gear, let's dive into the lore. In Mammoth Cave's magic, there's always more. And find our way home. Exploring the cave, legends come alive with stories of Bigfoot and the thrill to survive. Through tunnels
This is performance.
Haunted hotel, but they don't have it open no more. Okay, so now we go down this road for 7.6 miles.
Why they don't have it open?
Huh?
The haunted hotel.
They closed it down. They just didn't do enough business.
I would go to it.
I would have too. There is one in Bonneville I'm going to go to. But see, you're going to be working. I don't know how it's going to work. Can't do anything if we're working the whole
Well, I'm
day.
not working on Sunday.
Yeah, but none of them's open on Sunday. They all are closed on Sunday.
That sucks.
Yeah. Oh, that's a badass truck.
Yeah.
Bonnie and Clyde's Pizza. Yo, be buyer. Better watch out for that picnic basket. You got your old fucking farmer that can only drive 5 miles an hour. You don't need to have driver's license if you can't do the speed limit. Yeah, give it a little gas. It'll go up the hill. Wouldn't chug so bad. It's pretty back through here.
Yeah.
I honestly was just, when we was driving down through there, thinking about Red River Gorge too next month. Even if we don't stay all night, because now it's going to be too cold to get in the swimming pool, don't mean we still can't go down, spend the day, and do everything and come home that night.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, yo fuckwad. Looks like a go-kart, a horse trail. There's horses down there. Putt-putt golf.
Maybe you could come back and do that.
Their trail is, you can't just take the horses and go off for a ride. They have to follow, you have to follow them, and the horses can't trot, they just walk. You literally sit on it, you don't even have to hold the reins. Fucking horses know where to go and come right back. This is not no fun.
Have you ever done zip lining?
Huh?
Have you ever done zip lining?
No, I haven't.
I done it once at a Boy Scout thing.
Might do that when we go to Mammoth Cave. Whenever I get to get down there, I'd like to try it.
Could you back do it?
Figure it out. I'm gonna do it one way or another. I'll swear up rates when I do it. I probably should put one on today for walking, but I didn't. I will wear one when I go to work over there because I'm not gonna be able to stand up like that if I don't.
Yeah.
Cemetery. They got some old ones in there. go. It's not telling me nothing about this. You've arrived. Picnic area.
So you can stay in there here.
Yep. I guess we'll just walk up here and ask her. I don't know how to get into the cave. I don't know if you drive down there to it. This is all new for me.
So you said the first time I've been here I was a kid.
Yeah, a long time ago. The Tour and Information Center. Is this telling me to do something different? Alright, let's gotta go this way, go down and around. We'll park and go in there and look in the. We'll go in the thing and get a map.
You could ask someone.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna go in there and just get us a map so we know what we gotta do. We're ready to go. We'll just do that. How about that?
Yeah.
I gotta pee anyway, so. So that's just the park back there, because that's where, when we ride down on the motorcycles, when Glenn was alive, we went back there to have dinner. There's nothing back there but just a park. Can I ask y'all a question? This first time for us.
First time for us.
Yeah, we're trying to figure out how to get to the caves.
So what, if you park, you got a parking spot, go in there, and then they will tell you all the cave tours they have available.
Just go right to the rangers in the center.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Well, I was thinking we're gonna have to go in, but let's lock the truck up. Oh, now it's right up over the carpet. Now what I'm done. Gee, if that's the first time I've ever done that, that'd be a miracle. Yeah, I know, dude. I did it. I do it all the time. Shut up. Well, I do it everywhere I go.
You always do it.
I know. Well, I said that ain't nothing new for me.
No, we've just done a little bit.
Yeah, we've probably done like a couple miles with it. And this is the whole thing. The whole thing.
I feel like he's kind of off.
Down.
It's like he's just where this metal would be.
You've ever seen an Avatar?
What are these?
This just shows you different things. It's all around. This is like the water that runs through, and this is like the park that's out. It just shows different places that's out there in the. And this is like the limestone. This shows you like that's light, but I mean that's what is in the brick is the limestone down inside.
About sinkholes, and limestone, and fossils, and ancient sea lions. So they
That's a big
have
rock.
found sharks in the cave that of species nowhere else in the world in the fossil record. One of the rangers here has a shark named after her. Its scientific name is a Latin version of her name. She's pretty dope. She's really nice.
Is that a flower?
Her name is forever immortalized in the fossil record. I love fish. Yeah, but Texas caves and Mammoth Cave are very different. No, they're not. Yeah, you're lying.
That raccoon is the same guy.
It's the same raccoon.
It's not even a cousin.
No other cave has our shrimp, alright? He exists here. That's not a Texas shrimp.
Yeah, that's inside the cave. And it takes this many years for this to get this big, and they say don't touch it when you're in there, because it stops the growth. So this is like outside. Here's your tree. This is what, it's the mountains. This is like inside the mountain. So inside the landscape. But this is what you see outside, and when they dig, this is what they find. This is what they dug into.
So you can't get lost in caves
Oh, absolutely.
or die.
Like the fish with no eyes. Because they've never been out of the dark. Life in the dark. And it has home to the richly life forms. Like the gut navigator don't have eyes because it's their There's 27 known entrances, about 1/3 of the natural nature.
So the California miles is crisscross an area only 7 miles wide and less than 400 feet. Digital
What are you looking at?
Not sure what you're looking at. Same spider.
Keep that in. It's like die from this height, bro. Wow, we're gonna do that all. Yeah, you could die from that height.
It's a shrimp. Crawfish. Cavefish. There's crawfish.
Oh, this is also the collapsed city.
You can't just see them.
That's the tornado.
I'm not exactly sure what path Grand Avenue takes, which is why I wanted to take it, because I've never been on it. It's fine.
As of September the 26th, there's 426 miles to this. There's 2 different ways. Depends on which way you want to go.
Doesn't matter to me.
Huh?
Doesn't matter to me.
Probably comes back out on the other side. It does. This just shows like some people that used to live here in their church and stuff. Somebody. The old log cabins that people used to live in. Well, I found a baby snake about that long in the driveway yesterday.
What did you do to
It
kill
was, I guess a cat or something killed it. It did. I picked it up, threw it in the garbage. I didn't want the dogs to bite it.
What kind of snake was it?
I don't know. Even Josh said he didn't know. Like a black snake, it had color on it.
That's just big spider.
Yeah. Tucky. Gone forever. You can't touch those either when you're walking in there because it stops them from growing.
You can't touch the cave.
Okay, well, we're going one way and going another. We'll see what this one is before we go in there. It's two different ways, Ryan. Just go that way and come back.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, well, now we're back to where we started from, so let's go this way and check this one out.
Cave explorers and surveyors venture into these remote passageways to expand their knowledge of the cave. I don't want to rush into this.
Oh, look, that's a camera.
To truly understand the cave and its relationship to the surface area, the cave must be mapped. Bugs' video exploration of the Mammoth Cave system is a process that is never ending.
Well, we were. I saw I think we're going backwards. We're going backwards. You did. Following you.
I'm following you.
Nearly 4,000 years ago, the first explorers, prehistoric Indians, ventured into the cave for minerals, for flint, and perhaps for spiritual reasons. These accomplished cavers covered nearly 14 miles of cave, finding areas that would not be explored again for another 2,000 years. One of the first explorers to try and render a map of the cave was enslaved African-American Stephen Fisher.
You want to try it, right? We can try one. There's one that's only got 230 and there's one that's got 500. I don't know if it's 250 up, 2 down. I don't know how many I could get up there, but if you want to try it, we will try some of it.
Go Bill! Great game! Oh yeah. Two of you, perfect. Awesome. Thank you.
I just didn't know the cave on that side of the world. Oh, people living
got a question for you. How many of you have been fortunate enough to have been born and raised and still live in the same area that you were born? Okay. Within 100 miles. Oh, okay. Very problem. Oh, yeah. Okay. So, I'll go ahead and tell you, if you can't figure it out, I'm a hillbilly for people. I'm okay with saying it. I don't know. But I know that, for a lot of people, it's not that way that you can say that you were, born and raised and still live in that same area that you always call home. I know that sometimes, couples get married, one of the spouse's jobs takes them somewhere else in the country. You go off to college, or you go into the military, or your parents' jobs up for the family, everything they've ever known is settled down somewhere else in the world. Now, that seemed to fit most of you all's profile. All right? Tell me, when you got to that new area, what did you do? Explore. You explored, right? And find out where all the places you needed to know were. And this is how I hope it was for the late Archaic and early woodland period of Paleo Indians. That it was the hottest summer day they had ever experienced in their lifetime. And somebody walked close enough to that entrance, we just came in and got greeted with a cold blast of air. And I will say that the curiosity overtook them. They went down into the floodplains and they gathered up this woody stem American bamboo that we refer to as cane reed. They pulled woody stem plants like false foxglove off the edges of the forest. They stripped shagbark hickory trees of that bark, lit it on fire, and came into this cave to see what it really was about. Why is it so cold down here? And they saw it completely different than what we're seeing. Because as they walked through here with torches, the light was shimmering off the walls and made it look like that there was a fresh powder of snow coating everything down here. And that held their attention. That curiosity, that obsession they got with what they were seeing, held on to it for almost 3,000 years. It's a mineral that we come in contact with daily. Okay? And it doesn't look like it did because after thousands of years of burning torches down here that produced a lot of smoke, that mineral simply absorbed in that smoke. It tarnished it. Look on this wall behind me. You can see sort of this almost brownish, amberish colored looking rock. And this is called calcium sulfate. Look down here at this lower band underneath. Someone stood over there thousands of years ago with a rock, hammered, struck, or with a muscle shell scraped away to collect that mineral right from the wall. Now, calcium sulfate is not something that we are usually comfortable with hearing, but this is how you heard that same mineral called. And it's very common. Gypsum. What do we use gypsum for? Drywall. See? That's where our minds go to immediately, because that's the most abundant use of it. But now I sized some of you up at that shelter, and I figured this out about you too. You don't have to come to New York, as I've already figured that. In your youth, you try to use the best of your judgment. You have to do that, and you go like, oh my God, that's it. And watch what happens. You got to go visit the emergency room where they slapped the big ugly white plaster cast all over a broken limb, didn't they? Yeah. That plaster of Paris. Now we use fiberglass, but that plaster of Paris is that gypsum right there. This is also used as a heat shield around high voltage wires. And I need you all to know something before I ask this next question. Protective bubble. Right here, okay? We should tell you that Ranger Chris is about to ask something he shouldn't, but he's going to anyway. Who here in your lifetime has ever consumed a Twinkie? Hostess put it in because they said make it better and lighter than fluffy. I think it's for the 3,000-year shelf life it gave it. I mean, have you ever seen a Twinkie go bad? No. Nobody else has either. But we don't know what these early humans were doing with this. There's potential to mix this with enough water to create a white paint, so maybe it was a ceremonial. For as much of this as they saw and as much area as they collected from, it's potential they used it as a trade good. We just don't really know. But we do know that about almost 2,000 years ago, they just kind of walked away from the cave. We see very little entry about 2,000 years ago. Then this place set idle until the late 1700s. And that's when we see a new obsession occur with this place. They found out there was something pretty special about this dirt down here. But to get the specialness from it, you have to wash it. Have you heard of a crazier idea than washing dirt? They weren't getting gold or silver out of here. They were looking for something that you can't even see with the naked eye. They were trying to get something called calcium nitrate out of the soil. So these logs you've been seeing laying along the trail, this is a pipeline. This carried water, the bottom pipe carried water into wash stations. And once that dirt had been washed, that top pipe, they pumped it back out to the entrance, where it got processed even further. They would filter that through potash or wood ash. Then they would put that in these cauldrons, and they would mix in turnips, and that turnip would take out the color of that water, that old brownish red color of the water. And they put in some little minuscule amounts of hot blood that would bind with impurities. It's floated. You just skim those impurities off and keep boiling it down until you got these little fine salt crystals that we refer to as saltpeter. You know what we use saltpeter for? Yeah, for explosives. It's a key ingredient in black gunpowder. And we needed a lot of it in the early 1800s because we might have done something that was a little stupid. We declared war on England for a second time because they were taking our sailors off of ships to help them fight France. And I say it's stupid because of this. You know where we were getting our gunpowder and nitrates from? British colonies. So we had to become very self-sufficient here. Places like Mammoth Cave, Great Saltpeter Cave over in eastern Kentucky, and roughly about 2,500 to 3,000 smaller caves across the southern and eastern U.S. did the same process. When we leave from here, we're going to walk up a hillside, and we're going to buy 7 of these washing boxes. Okay? This came at a cost, though. There were not enough people living in this valley to do this work, so there were men leased from plantations throughout the South that came here and dug and did this work. And in the end, they got sent home. But the owners of this cave made quite a bit of money. Saltpeter prices started at $0.05 a pound and sharply rose to 27 cents a pound.
Couldn't get word everywhere. No, please, hold on.
Thank you. I'm going to bring a lantern around for you to take a look at. And I want you to tell me what you see different about this lantern compared to today's lantern. No glass. What else? Fire. You know what? You said that far better than one guy. I was walking through here showing this to people, and the guy went, "Oh my gosh!" He goes, "It's real fire." I was like, "Yeah, buddy. Fire creates light." Now, no, it's real.
Yeah, it is real, I know.
This is the true Mammoth Cave lantern right here. This lantern got its birth right here at Mammoth Cave out of necessity. Now it's also fashioned after lanterns from back in the East. New England whale oil lanterns. But now I gotta tell you something. I'm not sure how familiar you are with Kentucky and our whale population, but we do not have one. And so they had to find other ways to fuel these lanterns. And they did it with lard off of the hogs that were here. Because we love hogs here in Kentucky. We love all that they bring to us. Bacon.
Don't forget bacon.
Go ahead. Never underestimate bacon. But you take that fat off those hogs and you render it down into something called lard. And that, as long as that lard stayed liquefied or warm enough to stay liquefied, you had an excellent light source. And the crazy thing is, you know, where Gigi took your tickets, after that war of 1812, after when it was just down to the family again, they had a house that was built right there at the entrance. And in 1816, a knock comes on the door. And the fellow says, "Hey, I have heard all about Mammoth Cave." Beg your pardon? "I've heard all about the Mammoth Cave. I want to see it." "Well, we just do saltpeter stuff here, sir. I don't know what you're talking about." "I want to see Mammoth Cave, and here's $1.
Wow.
And the first official cave tour began at Mammoth Cave. And your guides back then very well looked like myself. May have even looked like young Gigi back there. Because we had our first female cave guide here in 1820. Progressive we are here at Mammoth Cave. Actually, it was the Gatewood family that owned this cave, and Elizabeth Gatewood, the wife of Fleming, who was the last saltpeter owner of this cave. If Fleming and some of the local men in the area were taking people underground tours and and their two sons. Can you imagine coming down here with a 14-year-old carrying 2 lanterns and say, let's go? Because their sons guided tours here. And if all the men were out and somebody showed up, Miss Elizabeth wasn't beyond going and grabbing a lantern herself and taking you in the cave. But she was never referred to as a cave guide. She was the cave hostess. I guess that's more genteel sounding. And, you know, they would take you anywhere and everything where they could take you. And they didn't talk to you about the War of 1812. Who cared? You know, that was recent history. They didn't talk to you about prehistoric people because they didn't know anything about them. History, they were living it. So they had to entertain you through story, through songs, and just trying to show you as much of the cave as they could. And your tours lasted anywhere from 4 to 8 hours. And, you know, finally the Gatewoods got tired of guiding tours here. They were getting some age on them, too. And they decided to sell the cave. And they sold it to a fellow from nearby Glasgow, Kentucky. He was a lawyer. And his name was Franklin Gorin. And Gorin brought with him the new wave of cave guides. He brought with him a young man who was enslaved to him named Stephen Bishop. And Stephen was told, learn the routes from these people. And in your spare time, see what we got. Explore. And Stephen gets brought here on his first day, taken behind this big block of rock over here. That's the giant's coffin. Down through the wooden ballroom, down into down the steps of time into Black Snake Avenue, right around the edge of Side Saddle Pit, right up to the edge of Bottomless Pit, and they went, this is where it ends, Stephen. And Stephen's going, no, there's more cave right there. Stephen, this is where it ends. No, there's more cave right there. Stephen, no. He wasn't willing to take no for an answer. And so, here's the thing about these early guides. Most did not make a single dime for taking people underground, and especially those men who were enslaved. Oftentimes, though, they were tipped money, and tipped well. Well, better yet, I'll sell you a candle here. Okay? Where are you folks from? We've never had anybody here from Wisconsin. So for 10 cents, I'll sell you this candle. You go over there, you take this candle, you stretch it up to the ceiling, dot by dot by dot. And you write out your name. And then dot by dot by dot, where you were from in Wisconsin. Dot by dot by dot, the date. And while you did that, if I was really good at my job, the real money was to show people something that no one had ever seen before. And a fellow came to Stephen one day and said, hey, I want to see something no one's ever seen. Stephen's like, I know where we're going. Meet you in the morning down at the entrance. Brought a couple extra lanterns with him, said, let's go. In the cave they came, down around behind Giant's Coffin, down the steps of time into Black Snake Avenue, around the edge of Side Saddle Pit. And there were passageways around Side Saddle Pit that they were building some little footbridges across some small little canyons, little staircases up to higher level passageways. And the carpenter of the cave had left his ladder down there because he wasn't done with the work. And Stephen and this fellow took that ladder and pushed it 22 feet across the top of Bottomless Pit. Bottomless because you know what you saw when you walked up and got as close as you cared and you looked down there, you know what you saw? Nothing. Pick a rock up off the floor, yeet it off in there and listen. Nothing. Stephen took a lantern just like this one into his teeth, grabbed hold of that side rails of that ladder and across it he went. Held it for that fellow to come across. Now I've kept something from you today. How we're getting across Bottomless Pit. That same ladder is still there. And people get scared. I can smell anxiety arising. And it's like, but Ranger Chris, what we call that should be the least of your worries. I would worry more about whatever inevitable landing is coming. Okay? But I don't want you to worry even about that. So I have tried to help people over the years with that anxiety. This is how we're going to do it right here. Now you won't know what to call them. It won't matter. You guys ready? Yeah. Questions?
Tell us a ghost story.
Once upon a time.
Of course, where are you?
A ghost story.
Seems good time for it. Yeah, perfect time.
Oh, let's talk about the scary stuff then, man. I gotta show you something crazy, though. So, you know, let me get, I got a little light here, I'll try to use. So, yeah, you can see the giant coffin right there, right? So they say that this must be Fat Man's Misery. No, it's not. And you're gonna go, man, this must be Fat Man's Misery. No, it's not. We did you a favor, and when we get to where Fat Man's Misery begins, we put a sign that says Fat Man's Misery. Well, assume that's what it is. But youngsters, under no circumstance, when we get there and you see the sign that says Fat Man's Misery, are you to turn to one of the men and we'll go, hey, look, they named a passageway after you. Because what happens then is this, you get to walk home. So that happened earlier.
That name of the Kozar, that's graffiti or vandalism?
Kozab was actually graffiti. That was done about the 1870s. A guy named John Jackson Kozab. He started a town in Ohio. He started one in Nebraska. He was kind of, he wasn't a very nice guy. He got run out of his own town. See down close.
Eating a bottle. Freak out. It's just fine. She's elevation is 552, but I'm pretty sure that's 540. So there's only 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The thing just takes so long to take a picture.
Oh, this is like.
Breathing's hard.
I know.
Breathing's hard.
Need a rest? You good?
We can make space.
Okay. Thanks.
Man, yeah, don't you wait. But I look at all the sessions that people have gotten into this place. What's one of that first session snatched on somebody and never let it go? 1935. Less than 100 years ago. Civilian conservation corps boys are here building trails for the newly established Mammoth Cave National Park. It's not yet a national park. The Mammoth Cave State is out watching these young men, making sure that the interest of the state of Kentucky and the purchase this land can't say one uncommon fact was they get over the ledges and they look from those 5 backs back out to sell you with curiosity in hotel. But on this day, they came across a photo that was not anything like that. Wait just a second. Where is it? Where's the hot air? Where did hot air go? You ready? You ready to go get hot air? Let's do it.
This way.
We only lost two.
I am back. We are back at home. I've been working on this series. I just finished the other parts. My legs are killing me right now. Well, I wanted to do it. It's kinda on me. Now can't hardly walk. Well, I did it. And I am happy of myself because it was kinda like a workout. It was 2 hours of walking and dunking I'm sorry that I was breathing so loud. It was so hot in there, and I was out of breath. I was trying not to get people on the video, but it's kind of hard too. I think I was the only one who was taking a video. The other people was taking pictures and stuff. Well, I guess that was off of my bucket list to do. But we are gonna go back to Mammoth Cave. Maybe this year, I don't know. We are gonna do the kayaking thing. You go in a cave and you get in a kayak, something like that. We was gonna do it today, or when we got to the Mammoth Cave, but they didn't have it. And my memo said there's a zoo there too with different animals, so we're gonna go back to that. The next trip, like this, will be Red River Forest. I'm saying it wrong, but the reason I say it was my cat. So the reason I say Mammoth Cave is so mystery, you've probably seen it on Mountain Monsters Season 3 when they went after Midnight Whistle. They said that every Bigfoot that you see or heard, every Bigfoot, all Bigfoot, started in the Mammoth Cave. The first Bigfoot that came out is the Midnight Whistle. I'm just saying, I might go back and look for that Bigfoot. I'm not keeping any promises, but that's my goal, to go back and finish what the Mountain Monsters started. That's my goal. Like, technically, they never figured out, the Mammoth Cave mystery. They never done it. Maybe I will in the future. I don't know. That's why I am doing all this. Since Season 1 I've been doing this. Now it's almost Season 6. Season 6 will be crazy. I don't know yet, but that season will be crazy. I'm trying to think, what do I say? I need something weird did happen to me when I entered the cave. Like, when I entered the cave, my legs just started shaking. I don't know why, but since I stepped inside that cave, my legs and body started shaking. And when I started getting hot and hotter and hotter, I just keep telling myself, you have to keep on, you have to keep going, you want to this, you have to keep going, don't stop. That's what I did. I kept going, take some breaks, and I made it out of there. That's why I am doing this. I keep going. I keep doing what I want to do. Is this. Like, that's all I want to do. Like, being a YouTuber is the happiest thing I ever done in my life. Like, since I started this, I've been happy doing it. I want to say thank you to all of you who watches my videos, sometimes like and sometimes comment. I'm just like, YouTube is like a beginning to me. I'm just trying my best to make good videos and stuff like that. But soon, I will get better and better and better. I started doing YouTube and hunting for Bigfoot and ghosts because of Sam and Kobe. I started this channel because of Sam and Kobe, because it looked fun to take videos and go to places. I started hunting Bigfoot because since the first time I seen that creature at my papa's, it just changed my life. I still don't believe it was a Bigfoot, but it was on two legs. It could be a Bigfoot, I don't know. All I seen was a black shadow with red eyes. Maybe one day I can go back there and look for that creature or Bigfoot. I don't know. I started hunting ghosts because of Sam Kobe, and at college, my dad talked to me, well, not to me, talked to my friend who can see ghosts and hear them, and he tells me what my dad was saying. Like, when that was happening, I was just so shocked. I didn't know what to say. That just made me believe in ghosts. Like, after I got off of college, stuff's been happening. One time, I heard a female's voice behind me when I was sleeping, and when my mom was gone, I keep hearing voices out there, and I keep going outside and look. Here it is, but nothing. One time, I think I heard my dad's voice. I don't know, I still don't know if it was my dad, but it was a man's. It was a deep man voice. And you see my videos of me and my dad, he has that deep voice. After this, it's gonna be 2 more videos of me and my cousins playing Uno and outside. I took them videos like last month. I wanted to wait until this series ends, and those 2 videos will be the end of the journey continues. Hell Week 4 is coming soon. I don't know what we're gonna do since I'm working at Field of Screams. We are gonna do trips. I think one is for my dad again, and the other one is Red River Cruise. Then I don't know what else are we gonna do. But I think that's it. That's all I wanted to say. I will see you guys in the next video.
Take me back to the city that I call my crew, where everybody knows my name. Take me back to the people that I call my people, yeah.